Why do people even want to rock climb?
Because it's one of the few sports where the opponent is yourself. And also because it looks cool on free solo. That's most of the reason why people want to climb now. But originally, it's one of the only sports where it's you versus yourself. Rock don't care. Doesn't matter if your friends send. It's about you getting up to rock.
Is it even a sport? If it's just you versus yourself, doesn't a sport have to have an opponent?
What sport? Why? Why does a sport?
Every sport you've ever thought of has an opponent.
What about it's like deep diving? What's that called? Those people who just dive.
Free diving?
Yeah, isn't that a sport?
No, it's
Why
swimming.
not? I consider sport something that takes athletic prowess.
Yeah,
And
okay.
can be done in a magazine.
Does walking to work?
It's not in a magazine. That's why I just added the magazine part. Don't fuck with me.
Anything? All right, coffee making?
It's not in the magazine.
There's guarantee you there's a coffee making magazine.
Not in the fucking Red Bull.
It's called Drip.
Not in Red Bull magazine. If I ain't seen it in Red Bull mag, nope.
Okay, extreme sports. So, all right, football's never been in Red Bull magazine.
And when have I ever said football is a sport?
How dare you?
Football a hobby at best.
Football is the most sport.
It's a hobby.
They fight each other. They run into each other. They attempt to move a ball somewhere. All of the things involved extreme sport.
Why it's not? I can prove why it's not a sport. Do they let you rock climb in elementary school?
No, but they let you climb things.
Yeah, that's on that's on your own,
Yeah, exactly. They
But-
teach you about sports.
But they let you play some gay-ass football when you're about 7 years old. Frolic in the grass.
Football, baseball, basketball,
all
soccer,
the things that ain't sports.
lacrosse,
All the things that ain't
hockey.
sports. When you play hockey in elementary.
On the ground. We did not play it with ice skates, but we played like ball hockey.
Not everyone went to the Academy of Pierce-Wow and Schwabwitz in New Hampshire and shit. Us motherfuckers who went to Bunker in North Las Vegas. We didn't play no hockey.
It takes a ball and a stick. That's not that hard.
It wasn't in the budget.
It's basically baseball.
It wasn't in the budget.
Go outside and get a stick.
They wouldn't let us on campus. It's like a prison.
Yeah, you shouldn't have been allowed off campus because you couldn't even have the wherewithal to go find a stick.
But the kids who could climb off campus.
They would just leave.
Sport. That's what real sports give you.
Yeah, your kids were such convicts that you would walk outside for recess and there were kids on top of the school.
I went to school.
Hey!
I went to school with Michael Vick.
He was just beating dogs. His friends were climbing the school. You were sitting over there rollerblading. The lamest thing you can ever do on earth.
In a skate park, that's different. On the street, I agree. You rollerblading on a sidewalk, go into traffic. You rollerblading in a skate park, you're a monster.
No, you're a nerd.
Nah.
You're like a scooterer.
Sure.
Scooters
okay.
are less wheeled inline skates. Inline skates got 4 wheels. Scooters got 2. That makes them cooler. The less wheels you have, the more badass.
Anything you show up to the skate park in like this, it's not cool.
Yeah, agreed. A scooter's lame. So are rollerblades. You're just standing.
I want to put you on rollerblades, and then that would just cancel out this conversation.
I rollerbladed before.
The fucking shit you do in your free time, you have no reason to calling anyone lame. What's that little squirrel fucking ball you be throwing your Twizzlers?
A foxtail? You mean the coolest ball ever invented?
I rest my case.
It's
the way you just said foxtail.
It's a baseball with a tail on the end so you can throw it further.
So
What do you want?
Learn how to throw a baseball, maybe. Why you need training wheels on the ball?
You can't throw a baseball as far as you can throw a foxtail.
Because you got training wheels on your foxtail.
Exactly, but
exactly.
The training
It's
wheels
stupid.
don't stop you from being better than other people with training wheels. I bet you, who's a good BMXer? I bet you that guy could do a sick trick with training wheels on. He would start grinding on the training wheels.
You think there should be training wheels in the Olympics?
The Olympics is training wheels. The Olympics is such a pristine environment that they don't have to worry about anything. That is training wheels. They should be throwing pebbles on the ground.
What Michael Phelps did in the Olympics is easy.
What Michael Phelps did in the Olympic is not a sport. Swimming is not a sport. It's like walking in water.
know,
It's just a pastime.
Here we can actually agree. Because before, I was scared of swimming for a long time. You know that. 20 years, couldn't fucking swim. And I started doing it last year. I was like, oh, this is easy. You just have to, like, know the rules. Just like, obviously, I didn't know air in your lungs, right? And then in that moment, you need air in your lungs, right? Make you buoyant, make you float. I never fucking knew that.
I think you just need air in your lungs so you're living.
Well, in the water, you need a good amount of air in the lungs, right? We can agree here so you can float, right? That's why when you let gas out of your nose in the water, the bubbles go out, you sink lower, right?
I've never contemplated
Fucking
that.
idiot.
I just swam. And then I would get up and go,
right, I forgot.
and then just
White
swim.
people. Anyways.
Yeah, you just swim.
I had to learn all of the steps.
Yeah,
one by one.
Some people gotta
anyway,
learn, but other people are born with skills.
I realized, well, some people are born with the skin for the skills. I realized that I saw this fat man in the pool. I was like, oh, this ain't even a sport. Fat people love swimming. So you know it's not a sport. You ask a fat person what their favorite sport is, what they always say.
Floating.
Yeah.
Bobbing in water. Dude, that's the actual move. If you are ever on a dinghy in the ocean, you gotta bring a fat person. Because worst case scenario, if you start taking on water, you just put them under the boat. And it keeps everybody up.
Oh my God. They could have just had like 2 Lizzos under the Titanic and nothing would have happened.
Wouldn't have been a problem.
Wow.
Just under each half, and they could have just floated along.
You have to pay them a lot of money for that, though.
Leonardo would still be here if they had Lizzo on the Titanic. He would still be alive. We haven't been able to see Leo for years.
Oh, yeah. They have this fake guy running around.
Yeah, it's the same guy that's Biden. They're the same person. He just takes a break. You've never seen him in the same room?
Johnny Depp is everyone in Hollywood.
Yes, and who's that chick that's everyone?
Tatiana Maslany.
Tatiana Maslany's every woman. Dude, Beyonce is Tatiana Maslany. Rihanna is getting sued by the FCC for that crotch grab, and Tatiana is sweating it.
What if it was the opposite? What if Tatiana's every man and Johnny Depp's every woman in Hollywood? Johnny Depp is Scarlett Johansson.
I could see that. He's got those feminine facial features.
Johnny Depp is Amber Heard. The greatest role of all time.
Oh! So who pays who?
He moved money from his Chase account to his Wells Fargo account. And that was the whole settlement.
Dude,
Wow.
So I saw the greatest sport ever. And we have to go to this.
Professional pillow fighting championship.
The Savannah Bananas.
What is that?
The Savannah Bananas are a fake baseball team. Kind of like how the Harlem Globetrotters are a fake basketball team.
Ain't those motherfuckers with the tricks?
Yeah, but it's actually cooler than real basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they do. If you do a triple backflip and dunk, you should get 50 points.
Parkour basketball.
Parkour basketball. The Savannah Bananas play a fake version of baseball. If you bunt, you get ejected.
I hate that word. I forgot how much I hate that word. What is bunting? I don't like that.
Bunting is when rather than swinging, you just set
Let
your
it
bat
tap
out
the
there
ball.
and you just let it touch the ball.
Pussy ass shit. Don't ever say that word to me again.
Yeah, that's
It's
why.
offensive.
That's why they eject you for bunting if you play in the
Stop
Savannah Bananas.
We can call it something else. There are people getting all riled up. You can't say grandpa anymore. We're using bunting like it's just free and harmless to people.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's not to that game, which is why they banned it. They banned it, and if you walk somebody, so if the pitcher throws 4 balls, you get to sprint around as many bases as you can before every single player on their team touches the ball. So they have to huck it as fast as they can to everybody on the team.
This sounds fun.
Way better. Way better.
Yeah. I even like regular baseball, kind of.
Dude, only 2 hours? There's a 2-hour time cap
How
on
long
it.
is regular baseball?
As long as it takes. Exactly.
Has a baseball game ever been 2 days?
I don't know about 2 days, but my parents went to one that was 17 hours. It was
Hey, I couldn't make it to work today. I'm watching the game. I've been here 12 hours.
they in the 37th.
Can you pick my kid up from school? I don't want to miss the game. People pissing in the bleachers.
Yeah, it takes forever, bro. It can go on until someone wins.
That's an epic story. That's a Joey Diaz story.
Bro, it was in Buffalo, New York, too. It's a AAA baseball game. They went to not even a high-level professional game. Just like a B-team baseball game. Lasted 17 hours.
Your kid's in Little League. He needs to train to stay up for 24 hours to play
There's
baseball.
just kids in the dugout doing sniffing salts. Woo! Let's go, coach. Put me in.
Just hot coffee right on the side just to keep him awake.
The catcher starts pitching. Everybody's arms are dead. People start throwing left-handed. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Motherfucker like slides home and then just falls asleep right as he hits the base.
Somebody wins and the whole crowd goes, yay. Yay. Oh, dude, do you think if somebody in the top of the inning scores and then somebody in the bottom of the inning ties it up, everyone goes, boo! We wanted to go home.
Let us leave.
Let us leave. Let us leave. Let us leave. Let us leave. There's guards outside ready to gun anybody down.
Locking the cages and shit. I wonder what the fastest baseball game of all time is.
Well, theoretically, the fastest you could play baseball is, 27 pitches for one team, because 3 outs. You could theoretically get an out each pitch.
I just realized I don't know how you win in baseball. How do you win?
You get your people around to home, and then that's worth 1 point. And then you play all 9 innings, and whoever ends with the most points
So you have
wins.
to get everyone on your team around the bases?
No, just whoever you can get the whole way around. Most of your people don't ever make it. So if you can get somebody around, that's a point.
Okay. And then they do this for how long?
9 innings,
How much is an inning?
3 outs. So you go up to bat, and you could either strike out, or you could hit the ball, and either they could catch it or they could get it to first base before you get on base.
Okay.
If you're on first base and your teammate hits it, you have to run to second, and they have to run to first. Either person they throw it to, whether it's second or first, it's a forced out. So then they get you out just for touching the bag. Mm-hmm. But if you're on second and there's no one on first and your teammate hits it and they run to first and you run to third, you don't have to run to third, but B, if you do run to third, they can't just touch the base. They have to tag you because you're not forced to go there. So there's like all these force rules, but your whole goal is to just get and touch home. Right. The Savannah Bananas play it differently, where each inning, whoever scores the most just gets 1 point. And they do that for the first 8 innings, and then in the 9th inning, every run counts as a full point. So the 9th inning, they probably start doing some crazy shit to try to get extra points. It sounds like fun baseball. Apparently, the umps will do dances. They'll do TikTok dances.
That's where they lose me. You're doing the nay-nay on the field. I don't trust any of this anymore. Why am I here? What the fuck?
It just sounds like fun to me.
It does sound fun. I always wondered what the ultimate sport could be. Like the most entertaining, most off-the-wall charts combo of sports. Like every time I see a sport, I'm like, go-kart, baseball, basketball. That works. Instead you have to drive the go-kart to each of the bases. And maybe the baseball's a basketball instead. You got these big bats.
It's like a it's like a basketball court driving around in go-karts, and you have to hit a ball into the basket. Bah! Like it's polo.
So fun.
That would be cool. And it's like Demolition Derby. You drive it into other people.
Especially to watch. You see someone crash or something. And that's literally the first idea I threw out. Think of how many ultimate sports that we could be watching.
You could just change rules a little bit. The Russians play a different form of basketball at their fight gyms.
Of course they do. They're not gonna
They don't dribble. They don't dribble, but they fight each other for the ball.
So it's just
They'll throw each other. They'll hip toss another dude.
Of course.
Fight for the ball.
They're doing MMA basketball.
Yeah. Do you know how low the score is? They end a game 1-3.
It needs something else though. It's missing something because I'm still a little bored by that. We're getting there, but it needs to be like MMA basketball hockey.
On ice.
On
That's
ice. Put
the
the thing
goal.
on ice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
then that's fun.
So they're slipping and sliding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun.
All right. What about lingerie football league?
Why do you always seem gay? You want men in lingerie?
No, it already exists. It's women in lingerie playing football.
Oh, women. No, that's fun.
Yeah, women in lingerie playing football. The Lingerie Football League, the LFL. It's like the second biggest football league in America.
Pretty gay, because I ain't heard of it.
It's just titties bouncing, chicks running each other over. They're not
How
the most...
many nipples pop out?
I don't know about many. I don't think
This
it's
is a
very many.
fake sport. There's no way you're playing that and a nipple's not popping out.
So are the Savannah Bananas.
Janet Jackson was just singing and her nipple popped out when Justin Timberlake's on stage. How are these fucking girls in lingerie and not a nipple's popping out?
Yeah, it's not Victoria's Secret. You know what I mean? They ain't out here.
Are these bitches from Wisconsin? What are you talking about?
Yeah, they're kind of big bitches.
That's nasty.
It's big bitches in
I don't like that.
lingerie.
That's like roller derby. You know I don't like roller derby. No one's cute in roller derby.
It
These
is
are
like roller
Sasquatch
derby.
women. Sasquatch Sallies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just nude Sasquatch Sallies
wanna
running
see
each
that.
other over.
I don't want to see
Okay,
that.
so is the best sport one where you bring your own opponent? Because the Savannah Bananas bring their own opponent.
What do you mean?
They don't actually play anybody. They play themselves as a different team called the Party Animals.
What?
Yeah. So they're a traveling like 26 dudes, and they split them in half. And some of them play on this team, and some of them play on that team.
That's fun.
Yeah, you can control how the game goes.
We should do a war like that. Like they mix all the Russians and Ukrainians together in like a big warehouse, and then they're like, all right, split. Whoever's on this side, you're Ukrainian now. Whoever's on this side, you're Russian now. Go.
I think that's what we already do. I think that's already war. I doubt that they're actually even angry at each other. It's just all fake beef. Nobody's even actually dead. Those are Hollywood corpses that they send to the American public.
It's things like this that got Alex Jones off the internet.
Everyone's like, go to Ukraine. You'll see how bad it is. Ukraine doesn't exist.
Threats of nukes and missiles. Ukraine.
You never saw a nuke.
I haven't seen one.
No.
What do they look like? Is it a circle bomb like in the cartoons or a torpedo?
Here's the catch-22. They say if you do see one, now you can't see. So did every blind person see a nuke? There's a lot of questions. A lot of questions here. And I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't want to see a nuke because I want to see. I want to keep on with my seeing. Have you ever wondered if like any of this is real? Like,
Are you talking the Matrix thing?
yeah.
Yeah, I told you I wanted this every day, and I had to stop myself. That's why I drink whiskey. Because you go too far down that spiral, nothing's real.
Yeah, you start driving away and you go, well, that just disappeared.
I told you about that sort of epiphany I had, and that I was a super egotistical, fucking maniacal idiot. Because I told my brother as we were leaving a Smith's one day, nothing came on prior. I was just like, what if wherever you are, right, when you're not there, disappear, like the Tony Hawk map.
Mm-hmm.
Like that bitch we were just talking to at the Smiths. She ain't there. She was there because I was there.
Oh.
Yeah, and he was like, you're the most narcissistic person.
You ever call your family and go, you still around? You still exist?
Well, they only populate because I want them to exist. That's the thing. So I'll drive myself crazy like that for a day. Like, you exist. Roscoe is a figment of my imagination in this world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once I walk out that door, this is white space or whatever the fuck it is. You're not here. You're only here because I'm here right now. Or maybe I'm part of yours. I don't fucking know. Maybe it's all about you. Maybe it's all about us individually.
So are we all running our own computer?
Yeah, we're all running our own NVIDIA engine.
So then, are the people that you meet and you like, are those just computers connecting and going, all right, these two computers can interact for a little while?
I think it's colder. That's why I don't like my scenario. I think it's literally just us in our own little world of psychosis. Like there's not really other computers like that to interact with. It's just you and your engine's running and populated. You ever play Tony Hawk American Wasteland?
No.
It's a 2005 Tony Hawk game. And you could connect through all these different skate towns through like elevators and escalators and things. So I'll go up this escalator, and it's 2005, so the game's not great yet. And you would walk out, and you're technically now in Hollywood, and you're going to go skate Hollywood. But you would see as you walk out, it's like gas station, movie theater, Walk of Fame, and it's all just appearing in front of you like that. And I'm like, that's life. That could be life. And then when you walk away, the opposite happens. Just shut down, and now it's moving to the next part of whatever you're doing.
The only thing that matters in the simulation is that things stay where you left them when you come back.
Yeah.
Right? Like, as long as if you walk by that gas station in Tony Hawk and you set your skateboard down, then you go to the Walk of Fame and the gas station disappears, as long as when you walk back in to the gas station, it's still there, then you're fine.
Yeah.
Then it seems normal.
Exactly.
But if every time you leave, shit changes, you're going to be like, hey, what the fuck is this?
Well, you know what supports my theory is your fucking room. That whiskey has not left that spot for about 2 weeks.
That whiskey ain't even real. The whiskey don't exist.
It's either that I'm not real and none of this is real, or you're not real and none of this is real.
You tripped me up one time when you said that you don't even know what you look like.
Yeah.
Which is true, because you just look out your eyes. You don't see your nose, you don't see your face. And then when you do look in the mirror, when I do look at the camera,
to look into a mirror.
yeah, and you only see this version of you. Even when you take pictures and you try to rewatch it, you don't really see the whole version of you. I thought about that with a car. If you were in a car and you couldn't get out, right?
Yeah.
You could look at the car from inside the car. You could think you know what the car looks like. You could even get a set of mirrors, and some other cars could push the mirrors around you, and you could see what your car looks like from various angles, but only from inside the car. You'll never get the angle that another car has on you, where you're up here and it's back here, and it sees like the back right side of you, and it sees the back left side of you, or it drives by you. You'll never fully get that experience.
It's fucking weird. It leads me to doppelgangers. And to me, that's one of the scariest things on earth. Remember, I told you I had that one dream. Never seen a dream where I've looked at myself. That's why I asked you that question the other day. But in this dream, I was like walking down, I think by my old elementary school, and I seen someone walking like me. And I was like, same height sort of thing. And I never saw the complete makings of the face. I just remember like a quick turn, and I could see their eyes were completely black. But it felt like it was me in the dream. I can't say for sure because I don't know what I look like.
Right.
But I'm like, I swear that's me. And I got like this super dark, like stingy feeling inside, like that was evil me. And I don't remember the rest of the dream. But that's when I started thinking about doppelgangers entirely. And I'm like, it's totally right. If I saw me walking on the street, I wouldn't know. I don't know what I look like when I walk down the street.
Yeah.
You only see yourself when you're, I want to pose. Where's this pimple? Weird, whatever, right? But imagine walking somewhere and real quick, like you're walking into 7-Eleven and someone walks out the same time as you. Those kind of quick interactions. You could pass a you. If you'd be like, oh, that guy had curly hair and whatever, and that was you.
Yeah.
And maybe that other you was like, oh, that motherfucker with curly hair. Or maybe that other you was the doppelganger and was like, I'm so close to killing him. You know, it's creepy.
And if, I can guarantee you this, if you said, you look just like that guy, I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't look anything like him. How dare you? That's an ugly motherfucker right there.
And the same time you're saying that, the other you has a friend who said the same thing. You guys are saying it at the same time. So you don't hear it.
Yeah.
You know?
We're both angry. We're both fuming at ourselves.
The world's crazy.
Yeah. So do you think your doppelganger is a different version of you?
Yeah, I think the root of the word doppelganger or something means like evil you or some bullshit like that. I might be totally wrong. But in the stories and the tellings I've heard of it, a doppelganger is supposed to be like the maniacal, evil version of you that wants to take you out because there can only be one.
You think Hitler's doppelganger was super nice?
I bet you the Hitler we know is the doppelganger that won. Like Hitler was, remember how he drowned and someone saved him? No, his doppelganger pushed him into the water and then hopped in the water and was like, priest, help. And then that priest was like, oh, I saved a little Hitler. And the doppelganger was like, finally.
So the doppelganger killed the artist Hitler.
Yeah.
Because the OG Hitler was just out there painting landscapes.
Hitler was supposed to be Andy Warhol. But some shit happened. His doppelganger won.
the doppelganger was like, I will be revolutionary.
I bet you fucking original Hitler, even as a little baby, he had a little mustache, and the doppelganger was like, I'm going to chop off this pot. And keep this.
This mustache is too much. Just little mustache is better. Did you see that Young Thug got his case postponed because some of the lawyers are pregnant?
Maternity leave.
Isn't that upsetting? Why would you take a case that you know is going to last a long time? It's a RICO case. They got 2 murders, like 16 attempted murders, every single drug ever sold in Georgia, and a ton of guns. You know it's going to take 6 months to a year, and yet you're already pregnant and you take the case? And then these lady lawyers was coming out going, we think it's rude that people are not understanding of our childbearing process of pregnancy. How come the court is not going to be more lenient with maternity leave and all this other stuff? It's like, bitch, you didn't have to take the case. It wasn't a surprise that you were pregnant.
Maybe it was.
If it was, you should quit. You're having a child. Go take care of that. No harm, no foul. I'm not upset at you having a kid. I'm upset that you're making people stay in jail an extra 6 months to a year.
That's what I like. That's what I like.
Why do you like jail?
I like people like Young Blood Thug, whatever, in jail. That's where they're supposed to be.
What he do?
Keep him in the cage.
He ain't done nothing to you.
Keep him in the cage. I seen what he did to your leg. He's harming a lot of people out there with the shit that he makes. Keep him in the cage.
He has done nothing to my leg.
You seen if you show the people the leg, they would choose to differ.
It says,
whatever the fuck
says
that
free
is.
YSL.
You see how he abuses himself for this Young Thug?
Young Thug has done nothing.
He thrives on self-harm.
He has not harmed himself.
He thrives on his fans' self-harm.
Yeah, but
he's driving you crazy.
But he
He
didn't-
drove you to psychosis. Your hair was straight before you listened to Young Thug.
He has committed no crimes, though.
He is a crime.
He is an innocent man until proven guilty, and they haven't proven anything.
Exactly.
They haven't proven shit.
There's
What do you?
there's nothing to prove. Why? Why you want the case to go on? So the pregnant bitch can sit there and go, oh, he did it, clack, clack, and then they just send him to prison?
No, that not the judge. The judge ain't pregnant.
Who's pregnant?
The lawyers.
Oh, whoever.
And it's not
He's
even
going
his.
to jail. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter about them women, whatever. They let them get their maternity leave. I heard that there's a country that just legalized like menstruation leave. Like they will let you leave for a week if you're getting your period. I think that's very kind. Okay? You ever work with a period? No, you haven't. It sucks.
Why do you work? You can't. If you can't get anything done a quarter of the year, you can't do nothing? Every 4 weeks, you
Just-
got to take a week off? What kind of vacation is that?
just
What-
makes
you
it
should
a little-
move to Europe, where they have no jobs. Then you would fit in America,
Well,
we go to work.
Before I can move to Europe, because I was born here, I need to make money. So I need to work in order to move to Europe. And sometimes I have to work on my period, which feels like slavery. Sloshing around in your blood pants on your fucking period. It sucks. Getting the cramps and then listening to a coworker tell you about some shit you don't want to hear about their auntie. Who cares? I'm bleeding.
Yeah, this is your real solution to get to Europe, okay? You ready for this? You work your 3 weeks, you save up enough money so that then when you get to Europe, you can buy a baguette. Other than that, you just go to the ocean, you free bleed in the ocean, and you take a shark to Europe.
What the fuck?
You just grab onto the fin and you tell it where we're going.
I want you to show me how it's done.
I can't free bleed.
Cut something.
I'm saying
Cut
there
something.
is a reason that every water wizard was always a woman. Okay? And every person who did things on land was a man.
No. Who the fuck was the king of Atlantis? Or whatever.
Exactly. You don't even know. Because there wasn't one.
I don't know because I didn't have a childhood. This motherfucker famous. King of the sea. Whatever. Poseidon? Is it that a
Yeah,
thing?
but he was Greek.
What does that
There were no
It's
women
a
in
man.
Greece.
It's still a man. That's not the point.
No, they had sex with male children to have kids.
I'm tired of talking.
They didn't have women in Greece. That's not how it worked there. They had all male gods. They had all men. They ate olives. They were the first transgenders.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got any other evidence, or am I just supposed to?
There was a book. They wrote back then. They knew how to write. You're not giving Greece enough credit.
I don't think they knew how to write.
You don't.
I think they hired copywriters from Taiwan to do all them little stories about their Oedipuses and whatnot.
Was Oedipus a Greek story? I know the Iliad was. I guess Oedipus would have been, wouldn't he?
I don't fucking know. I just made a real good guess.
The Oedipus complex is weird.
I don't remember all them Greek mythologies. I know I liked some of them, but there's just too many names. It's always like a Hesisines, Persephones, Titamenides. Yeah, it's too much.
They got too many syllables
Yeah.
for not enough letters.
You can't be like, Mike destroyed the sun.
Yeah.
I would remember that shit.
Yeah, Mike would be Make.
Yeah. Make Tenesidius.
Tenesidius? That sounds like a disease. We name all of our diseases after Greek gods.
Disgusting.
Corona Zeus.
Corona Menses.
Yeah, but I'm just upset that Young Thug is having to sit in jail.
You
Why
still
doesn't he
care.
get bond?
What?
He should get bond.
Why you're asking me this question? Why do you think he should be on the streets drinking lean, pouring it in the gutters?
Because he's an innocent man until
How do you know that?
In America, you're
No.
innocent until proven guilty.
What evidence do they have?
If they arrest you, they can book you. That's fine with me.
There has to be reason enough that he's sitting there. What did he do?
No, but that's not the point. The
What
point
did-
is
that is the point. Because why is he in jail? What did he do?
theoretically, allegedly, he started a criminal organization.
I believe it.
Allegedly started a criminal organization that ran guns and drugs and money and killed people and shot at people.
What did he do?
This is all alleged. Okay? They have no proof. I read the indictment. The indictment doesn't look promising. I will grant you that. It doesn't look good, but none of it's been proven.
I don't care about
It's
anything
not a
else.
fact yet.
That's your
He
take.
should be able to walk free and drink lean until he
You're
has
acting-
been tried.
You've been acting like, oh, they found a gun, but he said it wasn't his. She's like, he didn't do anything. He just might be the leader of a crime organization.
Yeah, there's two other dudes that could be the leader too.
Leave him on the cage. I don't fucking care. I don't care. I don't care if you didn't do it. Honestly, the fact that you lived your life in a way that you got in this kind of scenario, good enough.
You're the kind of person that would be okay with arresting somebody for thinking about terrorism.
Me and Kamala Harris would get along very well. That's all I'm gonna say. I like what she does.
The kids don't go to school? Jail. They don't eat vegan? Jail.
No, if you are vegan,
Jail. You're like Stalin now. You're out here. You said one bad thing about Natt? Jail.
yeah, I'm gonna go take Ukraine bread.
If they don't do it, Zelensky. Jail.
Give me a scone.
Your name is Volodymyr? Why is there so many O's? Jail.
You named your baby after a Greek goddess? Jail.
Jail. Everybody from Mexico? Jail.
Fucking get a Starbucks venti. Jail.
What's a venti? Is that the
I
big
think
one?
that's the small, anything from Starbucks.
Why do they have sizes that all mean large? Grande means large. Venti means large.
I don't know.
Large means large. They only have large sizes in different
so
languages.
Fucking retarded. Everywhere else, small, medium, large. Why are we changing it up here? Why are you guys the metric system?
Right. We didn't even need it.
No one asked for that. It's taking extra time out of my morning.
Just call it little cup, medium cup, big cup.
Small, medium, large.
Small, medium, large.
What does McDonald's do? SM, M, L. Give me smooth. Give me give me la.
Why isn't small just S? Why is it SM?
Because regular stupid fat Americans will be like S. Oh, that's the super large. I want that.
Oh.
Yeah, supersize. Remember they used to do the supersize me.
Dude, I never got a supersized meal. I wish I could have.
I think I was just narrowly made it. I think I got like one in my life. I remember a supersized drink. I was like,
How big was supersized?
Dude, I was a child. This thing was the size of my body. I felt like I can't give you an accurate.
It was a full bucket.
representation.
The McDonald's came in a cow. It was just a cow between two pieces of
They
bread.
gave you a small barrel through the drive-through window. It was big. I remember. I couldn't hold it, but I was probably 4'2" or something. I don't.
McDonald's supersized me is why the Irish potato famine happened. They just took all of them and they were giving out 6 potatoes per person in order to supersize me.
They're like, and here's your Sprite. These motherfuckers. Yeah, we don't need all that though.
Nah.
Except we do need, I don't know if 7-Eleven still has them. We need a big gulp. Mexican people need the big gulp. Us people who be out in the sun, we need the big gulp.
So are all people in the sun Mexican?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify. Today, both Mexican. Yeah, tomorrow if we don't go outside, not Mexican?
You gotta be selling oranges or outside of Home Depot. They had that fucking giant like jug at 7-Eleven. You know, remember? It was like a big old plastic jug. It said Big Gulp on it. Came with a big handle and you had to twist the top. And then you fill it with like probably the equivalent of 6 McDonald's larges. And then a bunch of ice. It was awesome. I don't know if they still do that.
Are they the plastic ones or are they big like reusable?
They were like reusable big plasticky jugs.
Did they have the lid that snapped on or was it a real lid?
It was like
screwed it on
a
and
real
off?
lid, yeah.
Huh.
It's fucking awesome. I only remember that as a kid though. I haven't seen that in a while.
They got worried about health for some reason in
Because,
America.
you know, all the great minds out there we have to save.
Why do we care how much somebody weighs? It's got nothing to do with us. If it started tipping airplanes, then I would understand. But it's not.
I just realized, how does Lizzo fly? How does she travel?
In a bus. In a bus. A lowrider bus at that. She gets it lifted and then it lowrides.
I imagine they ever in the back like they do with horses, like in those fucking trailers.
She tried to get on a helicopter for a tour and they said no. No, we do not have the weight to balance out the other side of the helicopter.
Those like bars the helicopter sits on, they just flatten out.
You know, Lizzo was cool for like the first couple words of one of her songs.
Tell me a song she makes. I really don't know.
That one song about the Minnesota Vikings. Something like the Minnesota Vikings.
I don't know what that is.
It's like the one song that made her popular. I've never heard a good Lizzo song other than that one, and I don't even know that was that good. She's like,
what does she sing?
She's like the Black Meghan Trainor.
Let's fucking find out. I don't want, because I've been bashing her, you know, for at least 6 months. I gotta at least know if her songs are decent.
Why men straight till they gotta be? Oh, why men great till they gotta be great?
Special. First song that comes up. She looks like
an Egyptian thief. Why she got that golden head thing on?
busted through Cleopatra's outfit.
Oh, I already don't like it. Get out of here.
No. I don't like that. Fine, I'll give you let's go to the essentials.
What's the first one?
Truth Hurts.
That's the one. Truth Hurts. It's the only good Lizzo song. Why men great till they gotta be great.
Ugh!
Why she say like that? Why is it that the biggest people are the most confident being naked?
No.
It's really not the move.
She looks like a beached whale in twine.
You know, when she...
I don't like it.
Every time somebody plays a Lizzo song, the whales lose their fucking minds in the ocean. It's one of those long distance
She does
waves.
this one? I do like this one. Baby, how you doing?
You know why this one's good?
Why?
Because this sounds like she's making grits while singing.
Yeah! That's what I like. It's like what Aunt Jemima listened to when she make the pancakes.
Yeah.
I
Ooh,
check
child.
my hair toss, check my nails. It's nice. Fine, I'll stop making fun of Lizzo. But stick to the...
she's got one song. You can call her a one-hit wonder.
But I like this song. I've sang it before, and I'm like, oh, I don't know who sings it. Who cares?
Yeah, but I have that with a lot of people, right? Like, there are all kinds of songs I don't know. NBA YoungBoy's got, and I'm not really a big NBA YoungBoy fan.
I don't know who that is.
Well, you should get some taste in music, because you always listen to this weird French stuff.
Like once I have.
They play harps.
Once.
And we
you act
sit
like
there,
I didn't make you listen to Radiohead for an hour.
We smoke skinny cigarettes and cry when we listen to. It's just so French.
What are you talking?
And we.
I do like.
What does that song mean?
Let's fall for the girls. It's about like you meet some girls at the club dancing and they want you to fall for them.
And you follow them home? Or like, what's this
No,
fall?
just love. French people are romantic.
Oh!
Let's fall for the girl.
That's why they don't get anything done.
That means fall.
Tomber?
Yeah. At least in Creole. That goes the same way. And I swear that's what they're saying.
I think that the French should all have to learn Creole.
No, it's the other way
I think we give
around.
Haitians guns and we let them take over France.
It's the other way. Yeah. Tomber. That's how they say. Laissez tomber les filles. But for Creole, they go tomber.
Laissez tomber les filles.
So...
Why is it sung by women?
Because that's...
Let's fall for the girls. Let's fall for the girls. We are the girls.
We want the boys.
We want you to fall for us.
Exactly.
Please, I'm a desperate hoe. I'm a desperate hoe.
It's no different than like a Katy Perry song kind of shit. California girls, right?
Bruh, Katy Perry looking rough.
Katy
Perry be looking, I
want to see.
I just seen her and Orlando Bloom. And Orlando Bloom don't look like that elf from Lord of the Rings no more. He ain't got that young, tight skin. He kind of got that old, droopy look.
Is this her now? Which one's her now?
Well, she does have the short hair. Just look up now.
The fuck? She was never that pretty.
Dude, how dare you? When she was 20 and she was first coming out, she had them jugs out for everybody to see. She had that long hair.
You just like titties.
She was wearing tight black spandex everywhere. Yeah, now her face is looking old and wrinkled, and I understand why they say white people age like milk. It's just bad, man.
Yeah, she a little curdled.
Curdled is the minimum. Yeah, for sure. She's microwaved milk.
She can't open her eye anymore.
Oh, no. Katie got that drop eye. She got that drop eye.
She looked like one of them old dolls that used to blink, but one eye gets stuck.
Yeah, she was facing sideways when a nuke went off. And she saw it out of the right eye. It went bad.
She looks like different people every photo. That ain't her.
Nah, that's Carrie Underwood. Nah, that ain't her. Well, when you have a blonde Katy Perry.
And then they have Adele pretending to be Katy Perry.
I don't understand high fashion. I don't. Why would you wear that? They stitched curtains to cover your crotch. That's it.
They didn't even
That's basically a loincloth.
They went to Joanne Fabrics and got some and just thrown her in it for a second, pushed her out the door.
If she went back in time, the cavemen would be like, oh yeah, I got 2 of those. I got 2 of those. Those make sense? Yeah, I got that. That's why I respect Adele's version of fashion. Adele only does elegant fashion. Look up Adele at the Super Bowl. Adele at the Super Bowl was wearing the only nice leopard print coat of all time.
She's British, the British class.
She seems royal. She's just got this big mink coat.
Damn, how many Super Bowls has this bitch done?
Oh, she's been at all of them.
The fuck? I mean now, bitch.
Just sitting around. Nah, none of this was her. There we go. That's her. Look at that. Ooh. Adele in the Super Bowl, big sleeves. She's just sitting there. She ain't hoeing, right? She's not looking for attention. She's got that elegance to her. And she draws attention with elegance, not titties.
She looks like a real ritzy drag queen.
Yeah, if she was cool and not British, I would wife her. But the issue is she's British.
The British are cool.
No,
They're
the British are nasty.
They're the cool.
They drink tea and they worship the Queen.
It's cool.
And it's just nasty.
So cool.
Do you think she cried when the Queen died?
She was eating.
Ooh, was she eating the Queen?
No. She was just eating.
Oh, she was just eating?
Yeah.
She heard, she says, oh. Oh, I bet you she played hello immediately.
No, she
Hello.
didn't. She was eating a muffin, and she said, pity. And then she just kept eating the fucking muffin. Okay, that's what I would have done. And I like Queen. I like old racists.
When Meghan Markle said they're racist, you were like, yeah. I hope.
Everybody knew. She knew what you walking into. This is the old. These people invented racism. What do you mean? I figured that's what was going on. They didn't call her Megan in there. I figured they're like, oh, what up? It took them 9 months to stop telling her to get back in the kitchen.
They were like, your half of the house is in the back.
Who let you into these quarters?
Give her the hand-me-down robes.
They're probably so mean to her. She'd pop around the corner. They'd be like, oh, take what you want.
They said, pregnant? No!
They were trying to push her down the stairs for 2 weeks.
They were legalizing abortion in Britain. Just for that.
They kept scheduling her appointments for a clinic that she didn't want to go to.
Yeah, the Brits are a problem because
They're awesome.
They've also fallen into the don't do anything. They're like investment bankers. They just live off what they already did.
Is that
They don't
not
invent
awesome?
anything new.
Is that not awesome?
America is just new money. We're always inventing stuff. That's the cool part about here. You like kicking your feet up and doing nothing. You should go there and hang out in the rain and drink tea with old British
It's an
people.
amazing life.
It's a terrible life.
That's amazing.
You just sit around.
Fucking being over here watching these TikTokers do belly flops into concrete or whatever the fuck it is they
That's
do.
awesome. You don't want to see children do things for attention that are reckless?
No. I want our children to be like the Japanese. Discipline. Go learn something that helps the world. We're fucking over here learning how to make goo on TikTok. Stupid.
How come you're not a believer in science? You don't believe in things.
I believe that science is real.
Yeah?
Like how when you take a water bottle that's cold and you put it outside, the water bottle start crying. Sad to be in the sunlight. So the outside of the bottle starts crying. That's science.
It's sad.
Yeah. It's like, I was just somewhere cold. Why'd you do this? And it just starts crying, gets all slippery.
Does water prefer to be cold?
Yeah.
Water definitely prefers
Water
to be
likes
cold.
being, we all like ourselves in our toughest form. And water, when it's cold, is the toughest form. Ice. Toughest form. Strong water.
What is the toughest form of a human?
Francis Ngannou. He's the ice.
I go to sleep
the
every night
humans.
going, I hope I wake up more like Francis Ngannou. Oh.
Tell me a tougher one.
There's no tougher person. I bet you that if you shot Francis Ngannou, it would bounce off and hit you. He's got that Jedi trick.
It would make him itchy at most.
What was that?
I'm allergic to these.
Why are these bees? They bite me.
I need my Benadryl.
I like how everybody turns Haitian for us.
That's my most consistent accent. Even though I worry. You don't talk to your family for a long time, you lose it.
Do you think Francis is gonna come back to the UFC?
Probably.
Yeah. Do you think he's gonna actually fight outside of the
He's
UFC?
throwing a little tantrum. You know, every star, people come divas. They throw a little tantrum, they come back. Look, fucking Adidas, Kanye threw a tantrum. And then Adidas was like, hey, no, and all that. And he was like, I'm going away right now. Everyone dropped him. And then he's like, nah, never mind, I'm kidding. Now he's back on the scene.
Oh, really? He's back with Adidas?
I think so. At least rumors.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All you gotta say is sorry?
You just throw a little tantrum. You don't need to say sorry. Kanye does not say sorry. You throw a little tantrum, that's it.
Did you see his podcast with Lex Friedman? Bro, in his podcast, Lex Friedman is Jewish, and
What?
yeah, Lex Friedman's Jewish. That's Friedman.
I thought he was Russian or something.
Yeah, he's a Russian Jew.
I forget about them. That's funny. Okay.
Yeah, he's a Russian Jew, and so is Ben Shapiro.
Ew, why would you say that? No,
I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
like Lex Friedman at all. Anything associated with Shapiro, and that's not because of politics. That's because of who he is. That's because of how his face looks.
You're not a fan of Ben Shapiro.
I'm not a fan of his makeup. Whatever it is that makes a human look and sound and act like that. And the ha and all that. I hate those kinds of
It
people.
is morally reprehensible
I
how
hate
Biden
those
has
kinds
been treating.
of people.
Yeah.
It's almost like you just put two hall monitors together and that's how you make, that's how you make a Ben Shapiro. It's the worst kind of person.
Ben Shapiro is hall monitor square.
Yeah.
In his free
To
time,
the second power. Or
in
whatever.
his free time, he works at his children's school,
Exactly.
hitting kids with spoons who are out of class.
His favorite activity is going to the Catholic school with a wooden spoon. Just on all hands.
Why are you out of class? I was going to the bathroom.
Yeah. He makes you fucking stand in line at his house. Like, it's annoying.
But Kanye goes, the Jewish media. And Lex was like, quit calling it the Jewish media. And Kanye goes, okay, the JM. Kanye don't give a fuck. Kanye is absolutely off his rocker.
He fucking awesome. Everybody knew that. They just want him to be crazy in the music. Oh, only be crazy in the music. That's not how genius works, okay? You let it fly free. And he's going to say whatever he wants because he makes the most hits out of anybody.
Has anybody ever had a better discography, a better catalog than Kanye West?
Besides, like, maybe Michael Jackson or something like that. I don't know.
Michael Jackson's up there.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can actually name some of them. Michael Jackson. You got Queen. Queen's got a pretty
Queen's
crazy.
huge. Obviously, Beatles and stuff.
Oh, Beatles. Yeah.
Rolling Stones.
Ed Sheeran.
I wouldn't say that.
You don't think Ed Sheeran's got it? Okay.
He's not a musician. Anyway. Who else? Did we say Queen already?
Yep, we already said Queen.
Red Hot Chili? No, I think they're a little under.
They're definitely under Kanye,
Yeah,
but they're good.
Huge.
They're good.
And they've been huge for a while. And they got a lot of hits.
The thing is, Kanye has all these hits, right? But then if you listen to the album, even the songs that aren't hits are fucking bangers. Like, you'll find specific songs that aren't popular of Kanye's that are your favorite Kanye song, because he does something in it that you're like, oh, that's so fucking cool.
Oh, yeah. And well, how do you think it gets there? You've seen personally now how hard it is to make music. Not hard, but what goes into it, right? And how you can achieve, like, basic tones and whatever. Think about some of Kanye's fucking songs and what it would take to produce just the intros.
Right.
That he fucking makes. I just heard Black Skinhead yesterday for the first time. Exactly.
Yeah.
That whole and how powerful that sounds, how well-rounded
It
it
encapsulates the
sounds.
whole
It's
car
all
too.
fucking
Yeah.
around. In my headphones, it was all around me. I felt like the back of my head was fucking shaking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, and y'all getting mad?
Right. Dude.
About his brain is out of this world, as you can hear. It's not living on the same plane as you. He should get to talk about whatever the fuck he wants.
Jesus Walks.
Jesus. I heard that song. I consider going back to church for the first time. I was like, I need to go.
He makes atheists want to be religious. Yeah.
If the Christians, they've never done anything cool. But if they had one thing to point to that's cool, that's like God-like, they'd be like, well, have you heard Kanye?
Yeah.
He's a believer.
It's Kanye. He's Jesus.
They let him in the church.
Yeah.
They let him in the church. I'd be like, would you like to speak?
Do you think that's true of all of the, like, pinnacle of greats? Because you can get a certain level of good and still be well known and not be famous. But the greatest people, do you think they're all just so out of this world they're off the rocker for the rest of the time?
There's no way you're living on the same plane as the rest of us. It's like being Elon Musk with paint.
That's why Van Gogh was doing craziness, right? Cutting off his ear.
The only way I can achieve the red tone I want is to see it for myself. And he chopped his ear off. It's the most beautiful thing on earth.
He said, Starry Night is missing something.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Tell me if you heard Kanye cut off the ear of a record producer, that would shock you.
Right. That one dude Jackson Pollock, who was making all the abstract paintings, the splatter paint, where he would push the can around. I think he was just the most creative, lazy person ever.
There are people like that.
He was
too.
like, just spun in circles.
Dude,
He's like, art.
That in and of itself is an art. I saw a motherfucker with, like, in China, like one of them street art displays they do. He had, like, these steel wires that were super thin and golden. You just see him braiding them together. I'm like, this is art. And then it, like, time jumps and whatever, and he creates, like, this gorgeous orchid tree or some shit like that with all this fucking yellow steel. I was like, motherfucker bending. He's just bending on the street every day. And he mastered it. He made this gorgeous masterpiece.
He's a metal bender?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch?
He's like, what are those people called? They bang shit and fucking
A blacksmith.
A blacksmith. He's the worst blacksmith of all time. The laziest blacksmith of all time.
Did you ever see Avatar, the anime one? Avatar: The Last Airbender?
How does everyone talk about that show?
It's a great show.
I
I'm not
watched,
even into anime.
I watched like an episode. And I was like, this is the worst show I've seen. They got a giant dog in the sky. All this bullshit. Hip hip or whatever. Fuck him.
Well,
Got
I mean,
damn Facebook Messenger arrow on his forehead. It's nasty.
well, they had airbenders, waterbenders, firebenders, and earthbenders, and the earthbenders could bend metal.
It was just a thing stopping me from watching Drake and Josh a little bit earlier.
Dude, Jake and Josh was so cool. Did you know they got robbed?
Of what?
They made $17,000 an episode. That's it.
Seems about right for me. I think that's more.
I thought they were gonna make millions.
No, they had a lot of episodes, didn't they?
65.
It's a decent chunk of change.
That's not even millions of dollars.
What's the problem? They made a cute show. They made what could be a YouTube show now.
For 4 years, they made like $200,000 a year. That's shit for being on TV.
Rather that, or rather be a dentist.
I would rather have finished school so I could make a real living. And then that Drake dude got trapped being a kid, and now he was all into kids, and he got arrested for touching kids. Hey, that's every good-looking guitarist is a creep. He was good-looking. He shredded the guitar.
Is that true?
Dude, Led Zeppelin was putting goldfish in 15-year-old vaginas.
I don't think Jimi Hendrix was a creep. You think he was a creep?
Not good-looking.
What?
Jimi Hendrix.
He's a good-looking black man.
He was average looking at best. He wore fancy hats
so
and stuff.
ridiculous.
His aura was good looking. But Mick Jagger, bad looking dude. Right? He wasn't even a guitarist. But like you can still have an attractive aura and not necessarily be hot. Right? He's not
To me,
Jimi Hendrix
is good looking.
Idris Elba. Beautiful man.
They're the same level of good looking.
How dare you
No,
disrespect Idris Elba
Jimi Hendrix
by
beautiful.
saying Jimi Hendrix is even
He's
comparable?
He's beautiful.
Reese!
He had beautiful skin, beautiful jaw, beautiful nose. He had them big old monkey lips, but that's okay.
How dare you call anybody even close to Idris Elba? Idris
I
Elba.
like how this conversation is turning. Keep it going.
Idris Elba is the most attractive man ever born.
You're digging yourself into your own grave.
Sitting
here, I'm like, you don't know what a good-looking black person is. Me.
Yeah, you're not even into men.
You
don't know what good-looking men look like.
I don't even like men, and Jimi Hendrix is beautiful. What does that say?
That you have bad taste.
No, it means that his attractiveness breaches beyond
Yeah, you're just a
sexuality.
music hoe. You just love that he shredded the guitar that way.
He looks good.
He looks fine. I'm not saying he's ugly. I'm saying he's regular. I'm saying Jimi Hendrix is a 6 or a 7.
Keep professing your love for men. I like it.
Why are you always making me this way? You're always digging me into these holes.
You keep falling.
Where Idris Elba, because you make ridiculous claims, and I gotta say no. I gotta correct the record and say no. Idris Elba is a great-looking man. Jimi Hendrix was average at best with a god-tier skill.
I think he's just
And
really like it. like him a lot. And that's okay. Because you're too passionate about how he looks. I'm saying objectively, these are two good-looking men, about the same looking. Not they don't don't look the same.
No, I get you.
But on the same level of attractiveness.
Yeah, but like you're saying they're both 7s.
Yeah.
And I'm saying Jimi Hendrix is 7. Idris Elba a 9. Jimi Hendrix built like me. Just regular build,
So
just
for
a
you-
skinny
but
dude.
it matters,
Idris
I guess-
Elba's got some muscle on him.
Matters, I guess, what you find
Idris
attractive.
Elba could protect you.
Or what you think is attractive. I don't necessarily think that being all huge and muscly makes you attractive. Of course, Jason Momoa is attractive, but not just because of his muscles. Everything in proportion, his eyes, the jaw, it's all the things.
No.
Just because you're big, that don't make you
No,
attractive.
I
Hulk Hogan is big, and he's not attractive. Or was big.
I agree with that. Hulk Hogan is not that attractive. Who was the guy you just said before Hulk Hogan? Jason Momoa?
Yeah.
Jason Momoa with no beard is a 6.
I haven't seen him no beard.
Exactly. Because he knows he's ugly without a beard. Beards are the makeup of men. Women put on makeup.
Tom Segura shaved his beard.
Oh, he probably looked like a toddler.
He looked 20.
And he looked like a creep. Like, you would hold your kid's hand extra tight around Tom Segura with no beard. But Tom Segura with a beard? Yeah, go hug the Santa-looking guy.
I feel opposite, honestly. If I saw Tom, like, no beard Tom, I'd be like, can you watch my kid for, like, 3 days? So, that'd be fine. But with the beard, I'd be like...
You want to come back and your kid's traumatized?
What do you mean?
If he's got no beard, he's definitely...
Tom Segura, I mean, if it's Tom Segura. Yeah.
You think he takes care of kids?
He'd do it for me.
He doesn't even have kids that are his. Those are Christina P's and Theo Von's kids.
Do you ever worry that one day you'll lie yourself into a grave? What? Just be in a scenario where you're lying a little too much and then people actually believe you. Like one of them prison scenarios. Maybe for a sketch you put a teardrop on your eye and you're like, oh, hold up, I need to go get some dip. So you run out and jog to the gas station and you see a member of the Crips. And they say, or some other gang. And they're like, hey, where you from? And you start doing all this bullshitting that you just did for the last 2 minutes.
What do you mean?
And then that gets you into like a horrible situation where they're like, hey, we just heard Lil Glizzy got capped. Come on, hop in the truck. And now you have to go because you've been in this lie.
I would say, Lil Glizzy, we rolling. We rolling.
You see?
Let me get the gun. Let me get my blicky. Bring me back to the house. I got a 12 gauge.
Oh my God. Of course you bring them home. Of course.
Now, Lil Glizzy, we ain't gonna let Lil Glizz go unavenged.
And that's what I meant. Like you'd lie yourself into a grave.
You gotta understand, that's not a lie. That's real. That's real life. Okay? in that moment, I'm a Crip. In that moment, I got no allegiances, people.
Okay.
But in that moment, you gotta be.
As long as it makes you happy. You're the Alex Honnold of walking the streets. You don't care who it is. You're gonna talk to her.
That lady today, there was this homeless lady outside of the gas station we went to, and she was standing there. And normally when they ask you for change, they go, hey, do you have any spare change? This lady goes, do you have any change? Yeah.
It was so strange.
And I said, nah, sorry, ma'am. And then we came out having bought stuff. That's always the weirdest thing, is you tell them no, and then you go in and buy stuff, which clearly means you have change.
Well, that's why it's just a game. It's a game of pretend. Because they're acting like they just happen to be there. No, I want to go annoy people who are going to buy something. So you wait outside the gas station, which puts us in the place of having to play the game of being like, oh, I don't have money.
Yeah.
I'm going to go pay for this stuff with laughs and joy.
Matter of fact, I don't even know why I'm here.
Yeah. I don't know how to buy anything.
I was going to steal something. You want me to get something for you?
Exactly. It's just a game that we're playing. But it was creepy. And she was like a phantom.
Yeah.
Because she whispered, and it felt like the whisper was right here.
Yeah.
Like it felt like it was
a loud whisper.
My ear. It was powerful.
Have you seen the iPhone thing where the new iPhones, you can tap them and transfer money between them?
No.
Oh, yeah, they're like coming out, in the newest iPhones, they're coming out with this thing where you can Apple Pay each other. Just tapping your phones together so you don't have to type in the phone number.
Dude,
you know for a fact homeless people are going to get iPhones, run around, put $60 in there, and just start smacking people's phones.
I was just about to
with their
say,
phone. Clack, clack,
did you ever
clack.
see that movie with Will Smith and Margot Robbie? Where they're like robbing people and shit. There's like the sleight of hand sort of pocket thief kind of movie.
That was the one where they did that football thing at the Super Bowl where they were like, they told the guy pick a number, and if we guess the number, we make this much money. And they like had been planting the number 57 in his brain the whole time somehow. Yeah. What was that movie called?
I forget. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't fucking say it. But they could do that with this whole new iPhone thing. Like people who are just real casual outside. And they're like, hey, is your iPhone freaking out? That's kind of weird. And they just touch it. $1 million drain out of your account because they hacked it somehow.
Oh, that's how people get murked. I'm catching with a clean left hook, and I'm taking your phone. I'm tapping all your money, too.
Someone's going to uppercut Elon Musk and take all his phones.
That's why you got to roll around like Kevin Gates.
Who's Kevin?
He's a rapper, has a song called Two Phones.
That's even worse.
Phones, one for the plug and one for the load.
You're going to find all your phones and just tap them.
They ain't finding my phones. I keep my other phone in my safe.
Dude, I'll start walking around with one of them grandma phones. It has the cord and everything.
I got a wireless corded phone. Ring, ring, ring. Hello.
Things are getting too annoying and speedy and whatever. Like, people have a lot of ways to get to you now.
I hate FaceTime for that reason.
Yeah.
I will see you when I see you.
What the fuck you need
Why
my
you
face
need to
right
see
now
me
for?
right now?
What the fuck? What kind of narcissistic? I don't know. It's very strange.
Phone should be...
I deserve your face now when I demand it.
Right.
Well, excuse me.
I'll decline the call and call you.
Who says I'm not indisposed right now? Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
The audacity.
We communicate in a purely informational manner. Purely. I do not deal with shenanigans over the phone.
You came and met me at a rock with no phone.
I didn't even know if you were there.
Exactly.
I just thought you would be. The one day where you forgot your phone in my car, I got into my car to go get food. I didn't even see your note. I saw your phone. And then I just drove to where your car normally is, and you were there.
Exactly. Where I got there 10 minutes ago.
You're like, oh, did you get my note? No.
Yeah, no.
Use your phone.
We're here living like it's the 80s with phones.
Yeah. The 80s was a better time.
I think so.
Remember when the mob ran shit?
Oh, so official.
Oh.
Yeah. People had manners.
One organized crime group makes the world a paradise. Because they control shit. Everything is done from their manners. People had honor back then. You didn't just sully somebody's name. Exactly.
You don't just get to touch my wife's ass and walk away with your teeth.
Yeah, and you could beat people, just like Joey Diaz was saying. You could beat people and bribe the cops, and they just left. Hey, nothing happened. He fell.
What's wrong with that guy? He fell. They threw away.
You got a bloody bat on you.
They just left him there. No one called no ambulance, nothing. Nobody said nothing.
we drove away in his taxi. It was like Grand Theft Auto back then.
He said it so casual. My mother, she cut her hand on the keys. She put the blood on her face.
That's what Rockstar Gaming invented. GTA was not a game. It was the 80s.
GTA
on a computer.
is the Joey Diaz video game. Yeah, it's just his life. It's a documentary.
Dude, when my dad was in Iraq, somebody smuggled in a PlayStation, and they had Grand Theft Auto.
They should get it just for training.
It was like going to war without war. You just walk up in there, start cutting people down.
That's what I'm saying. Feel a little shaky, whatever. Can't just really pop somebody right now. Hop in. Be Franklin. Go steal a car. Shoot an old lady.
Get it.
Yeah. It's good training.
Great training.